Hey YouTube, coming at you with a triple Shadowclaw team from Nabith 8. So thank you for this mission. He also added on a full sort of page of commentary talking about the team. And I think he had, so I looked at the team, I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's a triple, he even called it a meme, triple Shadowclaw meme team. So it is kind of a meme team. And he identified the issues that I would have identified anyway, so let me just give you those before we actually look at the battles to see how this team performs. He said that there's a lot of core breakers, Umbreon, Skarmory, Lickitung. So I think the biggest things I would be worried about is anything that's normal, Lickitung. I mean, you resist all the moves on Sandslash, but Lickitung just resisting the claws means Lickitung is going to win that matchup. And then, yeah, the darks and normals are what you need to watch out for because those resist claw. So when you have a move that is just resisted, you're in trouble. They also talk about there's a lack of bulk on this team. Mew's very glassy. Sableye's got some okay bulk. Sandslash is okay. It's not amazing. And then something that they also mentioned, which I have mentioned before when I use Mew, and it's the exact same thing. Mew and Sableye have the exact, almost identical stat products, but I truly felt the lack of stab inhibits Mew's damage output, and that is exactly what I said. So for those of you who are unaware, this is actually kind of why I wanted to showcase this, and this just gives you a good lesson on why I always use Sableye. You saw me use Sableye this morning on this morning's team, which I went to 2767. Stab, which is same type attack bonus, gives you a 20% damage bonus. So Sableye, having been half ghost, gets stab on the Shadowclaw. Sandslash and Mew do not, and Mew suffers even more because Mew's charge moves are Surf and Wild Charge that they're using here. Those don't get stabbed, so you have 3 moves that do not get a stab bonus. Whereas as opposed to go to Sableye, you have the Shadowclaw and Foul Play with the stab bonus, and you really feel that when you play with these Pokemon. So they're really, when I use Mew in my other video, I said there's no point in using Mew if you have a Sableye because you don't gain anything from it. And that's exactly what they realized when they played this team. So let's look at the battles. Skeledirge is obviously a brutal lead. Sableye, yeah, Sableye should probably be a safe swap. Jellicent is not an answer. Yeah, so Jellicent is obviously going to be very, very good for you to see here. At this point, you can just, if you want, shield and take switch, because you will very easily win this matchup. And then you can get your other Shadowclaw user, which is not taking super effective from, the fire, to take it there. So do take switch. They come back in here. You're going to get another one off. Okay, so this is just looking pretty good so far. They're double weak to Sableye. They did say that these battles were in like the 2100 range, so much lower than what you're going to see on mine. It could be Shadow Ball, so I would probably shield this. Yeah, worth the shield. You'll just outpace here. Now you can get easy answer here. I would make sure that you get to 2 moves here. Sorry, I used my I use the normal crop settings that I have on mine, but yours are clearly different. Yeah, you just want to make sure that you come out with some energy, because the worst case scenario is that the Skeledirge is going to farm you down and then take out your Sableye, but your Mew. But you are well aware of that, so good heads up play there. Okay, Deoxys, a bad lead, Sableye or Mew. The only thing, yeah, I think coming Mew is actually the right play too, because I am worried that if you come Sableye, they have an answer for Sableye. They are less likely to have a direct answer for Mew. Thunderbolt coming through there. I like the bait here, because if they're staying in here and they're doing resisted counters, they probably are somewhat weak to this in the back. I think now it's worth grabbing a shield or taking this out, plus your switch clock is adding up, like counting down, so you could probably just go Sableye. Another Skeledirge. That's okay. You got your Sableye for this. Letting the switch clock come up, which I think it was already up anyways. But yeah, this is just good practice to do that. 100% worth a shield for the Disarming Voice. Throw 2. I guess you got to go one more here. Yep, good. Honestly, for being in the 2100 range, your counting has been spot on so far, and how you're playing is spot on. Who you've come in with, the counting, like fast move optimization stuff, the shielding when you should shield. They are super weak to Sableye, but your Sandslash has absolutely zero play here. So the question is, how do you get out of this? Ice Punch will come through. It will not take you out. I think what you got to do is essentially get to, hopefully get to, it's going to be close to see if you can get to a, this won't take you out because it's resisted. Oh, Power Punch is not resisted, but this should take out Shadow. No, not quite. This is actually probably better that you didn't. Yeah, it was actually probably better you didn't because you needed that farm to take this out. So kind of worked out there. I was going to say, I wondered if you could have got the claw, the foul play before, but I don't know if you would have. Holy smokes, you are not seeing a freaking good lead here. Yeah, so this was the right play. The problem is, again, with and I know you say it's a meme team, so it's not good team building. Don't run a triple Shadow Claw. Hell, I don't even like running Sableye and Lickitung because that is two ghost fast move Pokemon. So no stab pressure means that two wild charges aren't even going to take out a Lickitung. They can survive both, and then you have like resisted Shadow Claws coming in here, right? So you know it's a core breaker. There's really no way to get around it. I think you have to come, Sandslash. Just take the moves. The question is, can you commit to the farm down here? A double resisted non-stab. And it's one of those things where it's like, you kind of have to, but like, they're eventually going to take you out here. So I think you might have to throw here. Yeah, that's the problem. Double resisted non-stab Shadow Claws are just not going to take out a Lickitung. Instant swapping here. Superior. So your head on energy. You kind of need to shield up everything here. Leaf Tornado is rough. Not worth the return. I think you just go straight foul play because if they shield, this matchup is over. Yeah, this matchup's over. I think you just go straight foul play there. And I think you have to shield like everything. Because your Sandslash has no play, right? Your Sandslash is just going to get countered down by thing. If they... but if you, so yeah, no, I don't, because they're not going to let this go. They're just going to shield. They're going to outspam you. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Yeah, because they don't need to worry about your A-Slash because A-Slash is just going to get killed by. It doesn't matter. Your A-Slash is just going to get eaten up by this counter. So I would next time in that matchup, just go straight foul play. You can go to the return and bait it if you want, but just go straight foul play. Because their Medi just does not need to worry about your Sandslash. At this point, this game's over. Okay, Sandslash, let's see. Jesus Christ. Okay, so bad lead, coming Mew, as you should, because... so this is where I think you're right coming Mew, because again, if they have a defense Deoxys, they are most likely going to have an answer for Sableye. The only problem here is these claws, which would have been neutral on Sableye, are doing super effective here. Still though, again with the fast move optimization and like timing and CMP and Jesus, you are like way better than this than I would be doing at this scenario. And a wild charge to flip switch, like that was... Are you sure you're in the 2100 range? Like, that was the only way you flipped that matchup was by doing everything that you just did super correctly, which is huge. Like, good job. Now the question is, what do you do here? And I think you have to shield. You have no shields left. Makes sense. I would have shield, but you have no shields. Now instant swap, yeah. And this game's over. Nice fight back there. Nice flipping switch. I forgot that you both double shielded in the mid game there. You finally win a lead. Okay, this is not good for them. I think it is worth staying in and drill running. Once you get this off, let's see what they do first. I would probably get into 100%. If you catch a focus blast, that's even better. Okay, it's just a Zap Cannon, which is kind of smart on their part. No lowering of the attack, which is good. You just need to make sure that you get it off before them. Yep. Like, geez, usually with these 2100 battles, I have a lot to talk about, but you are doing everything that I would do perfectly. You're not going to get to return. I mean, no, you didn't play the superior matchup right. That was the only thing I've seen that you've played wrong so far. Yeah, you're just chip there. Make sure your switch clock, yeah, because there's a bit of a difference between the switch clocks here, so you need to let this go down to this. Whiscash is not amazing. I would probably have chipped that Whiscash. I think that's my only difference there. When you have such a good matchup on the front, I think it's just like the front matchup isn't going to do anything against you, right? So the only way you're going to lose this matchup is if like the Whiscash can like take down Mew and then get ahead on energy there. So I think you chip it and either chip it a ton so it's just easy Shadow Claw Surf range, or you grab a shield and then that makes like both games better here. Not that you can't chip it next time around it comes, right? So it doesn't matter too much, but I would just in that first place chip it because they don't know what you have in the back yet, right? The only difference is what you allow them to do now is think about what their win condition is. They now know what your back Pokemon is and what your two Pokemons are, and they know that they have to try and sweep this here and are able to adjust, as opposed to before, maybe they don't know what your back Pokemon is and they would maybe shield or not shield, which they're probably going to shield anyways because Altaria, I think it just has no play, right? So I think they were going to shield anyways, but I would just chip at the beginning. I would probably start shielding just to get one more surf off here, hopefully. Yeah, I think this is all the chip you need. And then I throw Ice Punch, even though Drill Run is better. I throw Ice Punch no matter what, just to make sure that in case they catch on the Altaria that you're throwing an Ice Punch. No. Okay, just farm. Get up to two moves. At this point, your win condition was... I would have saved the shield for a slash. I think you're going to win CMP anyways. But yeah, just save the shield. There's no point of saving Mew here. Just save it for the Whiscash, especially when you have energy, right? You already had a move banked. You didn't really need that to shield that. Cradily, okay, good lead. They get out into Poliwrath. Sableye is your best answer. I think... It's a tough one here. I think I would have come Mew. And the reason is, I mean, counter singles resisted on Sableye. It's single resisted on Mew. So that doesn't... I'm pretty sure Mew... Let me just confirm that Psychic is only single and it doesn't double resist. But I'm pretty sure they're both single resisted. Mew... Fighting is single resisted, yeah. So it's single resisted. Counter's single resisted on both. Mew's Glacier, but I think that Mew can also live a Scald. So the only problem with this matchup is that you need to get to a return, right? I think you can maybe in the 2 shield just go Shadow Claw and Foul Play a bunch, which I think you may do here. But I just think having the access to the Wild Charge just give you a little more flexibility with Mew. At this point, you now need to because Foul Play is resisted, right? Because they're fighting. You did grab a shield, so it's probably okay. But now they can probably Icy Wind you, lower your attack guaranteed. A return, you have to throw the return here. I don't even know if 2 times lower return takes out a Poliwrath non-Shadow from this range. And they double shield, so now you're in huge trouble. Because now they're going to flip switch here. They can just farm down and come out with a bunch of energy. And that was my only worry. Like, at least with Wild Charge, which is super effective and quicker to get to, you can Wild Charge this like crazy. Because now they're going to get 2 moves off on your Mew. And this puts you in a huge, like, problem here. That you need to, like, double shield. And so that's kind of my thinking. Like, that is why I would come in with Mew. Just commit to the farm down. Reset. Yeah, hope they don't have another fighter in the back. Skeletor, just rough. Bad timing there, but like it's worth it just to get the move off. Well, yeah. Now you just got to chip with whatever. Yep, just chip with whatever. They're just going to farm you down and come out with a move, though. So who wins CMP here? Mew wins CMP over Cradily? Oh, resisted. Surf is neutral. So they're grass and rock. I was wondering if a resisted wild charge does more than a neutral surf. So it's a neutral surf because they are rock and grass. So rock super effective against surf, super effective against rock, grass resisted, so that's neutral. They are grass, which resists the electric. So you threw a resisted wild charge as opposed to a neutral surf. Either way, not enough to take it. I still think that you lost the mid game because you need to come in with Mew there. This lead, yeah, you're just staying in with this one for sure. See if you try and CMP. Try and CMP on 8. Yeah. So I think they can live 1. They do shield. It's probably just a surf, but even if it is, I still think it's worth the shield. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going right on CMP again. This is just a surf on their end. Let's see. Are you just going to match shields? I think it's the easiest just match shields. I also think it's a very easy catch on their part if they want to try and catch a drill run on 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I was about to say if they were going to try and catch on 6, that's probably where I would try and do it. But take it out, that's fine. Skeldurge. Yeah, I think you have kind of 2 answers for this. Geez, yeah. Skeldurge is tough because they have answers to both Sableye, which does not take out, which is nice, and Shadow Ball for Mew. So I guess Sableye is the right play because you do seem to live that. And what is in the back? A Sandslash. How much energy does your Sandslash have? Because if your Sandslash has more than them, forcing them to throw here. Does a wild charge take out from this range? Again, non-stab wild charge from a Pokemon that I don't even think is super attack heavy. And just like, you have the claws, which are going to help you take that down, which is nice. Okay, Charjabug. Yeah, neutral lead. Yeah, I think it's worth going for the extra claw too. 2 versus 4 fast moves are always kind of annoying to play. Oh, they catch on a Skarmory, and Skarmory's kind of tough. Staying in just a chip here. And then going Mew. Yeah. So the question is, do they just go straight Brave Bird, or are they going to try and get to 2 moves and just, yeah, they just make, I'd throw to force them to, because I think they're going to try and go for a Brave Bird. So I think it's worth just throwing to grab a shield. 100% they're going to go for a Brave Bird. So the question is, do you shield the Brave Bird, farm down, come out with some energy? Charjabug is going to be tough though, because X-Scissor is going to one-shot you. These surfs are not going to do much, and they should get to the X-Scissor here. Okay, so you get to the, okay, 3. Yeah, they have to go discharge at the first one. But they should still get to an X-Scissor. No. Anyways, X-Scissor will take you out. What do you think they have in the back then? Yeah, I think Sableye catching a move. Nice catch. Nice catch. Jeez. Get the full farm down. They are way too slow on the... I would start throwing the foul plays. Yeah. I would just go back to back here because your worst case scenario is they scald and lower your attack. So just chip this right now with... I think you just got to chip it as quickly as you can, because if they lower your attack, you got to go return. You'll get to the return anyway, so it's not too big of a deal. And then you can claw down. Ooh, close. Okay, again with this lead, I'm assuming same thing. You'll just go for the extra claw through here. They didn't. They also went for the extra volt switch though. So going to go for the harder hitting move. Now you can just go ice punch, catching it on a So you caught a crunch. They don't have an answer to you. Again, this is a triple meme team, so it's not like this backline is going to have the same problems with like Lickitung and stuff like that anyways. So the question is that worth giving up Switch for? And I'm not sure. I'm not sure you give up Switch there. Like, Switch is one of the most valuable things in this game, right? I think I did a video like 2 years ago, how to become legend. Maybe I'll update that for the newer viewers. But like basically, there's like 3 things besides all of them like catching and all that stuff. But there's 3 things to win games: energy advantage, shield advantage, and switch advantage. And so to give up one of those, switch advantage, so willingly when you don't need to, I'm never a fan of. That's why I hate playing like ABB style teams too. So I don't think it's worth giving up that switch there for no reason. I should update that. So for those of you who don't know, like I talked about how there's like, to win a match, you really just, there's only 3 things you need. Again, there's catching and there's fast move optimization. There's all that stuff. But like, it comes down to switch advantage, shield advantage, and energy advantage. And finding your different win conditions with those different things. So I'm never a fan of giving up switch if you don't have to, because you just put yourself in a disadvantage for no reason. And you got a shield advantage, but I hate also, one thing I also hate is letting your Pokemon go down when you know you're against a Pokemon that has a move that can lower your attack. Because you got to shield these skulls. These skulls are going to add up. Plus these skulls are going to lower your attack potentially. And you can't reset that, which is rough. So whenever I'm against like a Pokemon that can lower your attack, you need a Pokemon that you can reset on. Because again, your attack, that would have taken out if your attack wasn't lower or if you had stab. But now you got to take a second one. That does good chip, and this is just going to take you out with the volt switches from here. Do they have a shield left? Yeah, so that volt switch will register. Yeah. Okay, Sandslash against Sableye is a neutral-ish lead. So again, this is one I would just probably stay in. I don't think you go drill run here. I don't think a drill run takes us low enough to farm down. Does it? To a shadow? I don't know if this takes it low enough, so I think you probably... Now you're, again, giving up switch. They're going to get to a foul play here. Oh, no. They don't, and they get farmed down, so that's kind of dumb. Unless they're like double weak in the back to you here. I don't know why they just let you go. Oh, they have a Carbink? What are they? Okay. This is where the 2100 is coming into play, because that is a... One, I don't know if you get switch there. 2, there's no reason for them to get farmed down just to come in with the Carbink. They can just come in Carbink and kill you. Throw the chip. You got to throw the foul play there just to chip. Still neutral because you're half ice. So they're probably going to rock throw you down here. Just throw something. Yeah, just get the chip. They'll probably shield anyways, not knowing it's a drill run. And now you just got to come in here. You got to shield up any move. Oh, you get to the move first. So this is helpful because this will take stat. It doesn't matter if it's stat or not. It's super effective. They would take out. So they shield. You obviously got to shield back. And is a steelix. So I would throw beforehand as well. CMP there. So the only problem, not that it's a problem because it seems to be working. The only problem with CMP tying all the time here, and steelix I think is one that you will, because they will just try and get the breaking swipe nerf all the time, and they got it. Is if they go for the extra Dragon Claw there, right? So you're throwing on CMP because you assume that they are going to also throw on CMP. Which one, it just switch locks you, like it locks you like this, so you have to take this move. But 2, if they decide not to throw on CMP, they can just take you out with an extra move. Get to the surf though, and you should be able to claw down before they Dragon Tail you down. With like 1 HP left. Nice. Good matchup there. Probably, I mean, I think your opponent kind of threw it by not coming in Carbink on your Sableye right away, but... Thanks for the battles. yeah, like honestly for 2150, I think there's a couple things that I would do differently. Like I mentioned, like certain matchups, certain moves to throw. But other than that, like honestly for being in 2100s, you're doing really well with like your timing and your optimization and everything there. So well done. Thanks for the video. Um, uh, thanks everyone for watching. Stay tuned for my top Great League remix and Ultra League teams tomorrow, and I'll see you guys in the next one.